Start off today early in the morning. It's February 1st. Our house is a mess. Look at this. I had to shoot. Last night I had to shoot some studio stuff. We just have stuff everywhere. Makes me feel a little claustrophobic. Clauster? I gotta clean this. First time I have a vlog edited by...
You have a vlog edited?
Already done.
Wowee.
New year, new tie.
New year, new time. You need to take it easy on the bottle.
Did I tell you that the other day when I was shooting with Zach, I crashed the drone? Yeah, we were up on Mount Adams, like back of Eden Park pretty much. And I was like doing the shot where like it flies up and it was like gonna spin around them, and then just to get the coverage I was like shooting the spin. And I kept going and it was hilarious because then it just like smacks this like tall grass.
Oh, this was grass.
I know, like honestly it was like the best crash that I probably could have had. First time I've ever crashed it though. Because I was like, actually I ran behind this thing. Like there was a pillar, like so like I was flying it from behind that so it wouldn't have me in the shot.
Yeah. And
I would like peek out and look when it was like, the camera's back to me. It's funny, it's pretty cool. A good crash, but now I have like grass in my drone.
Nice.
Do you wanna see it? So yeah, I crashed my drone. It wasn't fatal by any means. Honestly, that was the best crash that it's crazy the technology and the way that we're moving. Have you seen the new, this is DJI Phantom 4. Oh look, there's this new drone that's out. It's called the Mavic Air. Pretty much it's like folds up, put it in your little pocket. I mean, you can put it just in your backpack. I want to get it, but it's like $1,000. But here's where I'm at with drones. This is so bulky, and we carried this thing around. Haley, Woman of the Year, she carried this drone like a few days. Actually, almost every day when we were in Scotland. I didn't want to fly it in London just because of the current situation there. I know tensions are high, so I didn't want to be like the dude. Yeah. But while we were like going around Scotland, we carried this thing around. I got a backpack for it, just so it's a little bit more portable than like a big hard shell case. And it's worth it and it's not, because I mean, you can fly it like a few times. I have a couple batteries to where I can fly it and get like these crazy shots, but the downside to that is you're carrying it all day long. Like when you're traveling, it's not really ideal, but there's always a trade-off with photography. There's no such thing as like the perfect thing, whether it's a piece of gear or an actual camera. You're always gonna be compromising weight and portability with quality, so it's finding the balance in between. This, I feel like there's not gonna be a drone of this level. I know that you can get, I mean like the huge octocopters. I feel like you're not going to get, for this price and down, you're not gonna find the quality of this one that you're gonna get on the Mavic Air, and I may be wrong. I really hope that I am wrong. But I would love to get my hands on one and just try it out, because I feel like for me and like the way that we work, it would save so much time. And this thing, it just sucks to carry around, but in the grand scheme of things, everything is always worth it for the shot because you have the shot forever. You can take that to the bank. If you're ever filming anything ever, if you're too tired, if it's too heavy, it's always worth it. For example, like we were in St. Andrews and I wanna like, I wanna edit together like a really nice video with all this awesome footage that I have. I just haven't figured that out yet. But like this shot, like if I didn't have this, I don't know what I would do. It's just, I mean, I guess I wouldn't know what I'd be missing, but it's just crazy to be able to have that. For now, I'm very happy with this though. I love it. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about it. Yeah, it's a little bit big, but at the same time, I like that because it doesn't really, the little guys, I'm worried that they're gonna get taken by the wind a lot easier. And I've flown this in pretty windy conditions. I've flown it on the beach, and I've also flown it like here when it's like super windy and it's fine. I don't know. This is just like a little gear review. Also, I wanted to get some input what you guys thought of this aspect ratio. So like I said, again, compromising. If you haven't noticed, I've always been just killing myself over the quality of these videos. And I'm not even talking about the shots, I'm literally talking about the export quality. I think that Premiere Pro, and I've tried multiple settings, I don't know what it is. There's something like in the encoding that it's just not as good as like something like Final Cut Pro. I feel like you get like a sharper image out of that, which is just mind-blowing to me. for something that's sort of like an industry standard, not being able to export. But then again, I mean, it could be YouTube's compression. But the thing is, the reason that I've switched to this aspect ratio, because for the first time in I don't really even know how long, I'm happy with the way that these videos look as far as quality goes. And there's multiple reasons why I love this aspect ratio. I mean, from an editing standpoint, you can take this, usually you're gonna record in like 16:9, and you can actually use it to help frame your shots in post. Or in the case of the drone, every once in a while I'll just get propellers like right here, and it drives me nuts. So usually what I really like to do with drone footage is put the letterbox, well, I used to just put the letterbox on top of it as like an overlay, and it would hide the propellers from the shot, and it made my shot look better, honestly. And on top of that, I mean, the letterbox just makes it look more cinematic. Another reason is because of this. You can crop in camera. So right now I'm shooting 4K, I downscale to 1080p. So you're not losing any quality when you downscale, and you can use basically one camera as two cameras to make cuts. It's a cool little tip if you want to try to do that. And most of all, I like exporting where it's not at a 16:9 aspect ratio. One, because I have an ultra wide monitor, so when I'm editing on it, it's really cool because it takes up the entire frame. Or even when I export it takes up the entire frame. So those black bars, that's actually just whatever player you're on, it's just adjusting for your screen or whatever the player's aspect ratio is.
Let's try this out real quick. See that feeder button below, along the rectangle? YouTube feeder button. Usually at a 16:9 aspect ratio, you would see black, probably here. But when watching it in theater mode, those black bars are gone, see? If you click back out of it, check it out. The black bars are back. I feel like it's a much more engaging way to watch a YouTube video. I'm gonna start utilizing that.
Now, like I'm not actually putting those black bars on, it's actually just the export. So especially if you're shooting, it just gives you so much more flexibility in post. And honestly, I feel like the quality is higher than it's ever been as far as like the look that I'm going for. This is just that stupid stuff that's always in my head that you guys don't care about, but it's always driving me insane. And I talked about it yesterday a little bit. I'm always constantly looking for the next thing, and I feel like you have to be. Especially in the art field, I've done so much stuff like all across the board, different forms. And I feel like that's where I've gotten with vlogging, to where I just get bored with some style. So just to keep it interesting for me, I always just have to tweak and change little things. So I don't really know anybody else who does that, and that's probably my biggest fault, and it sucks, but it's my only way to keep things fresh, and that's just how I am. It's probably just undiagnosed ADD, honestly. But I never really have like these technical talks too much, and I think it's kind of cool to just share some of my tips and tricks that I use, especially with the drone, when you're shooting with the drone. Try to put a letterbox on your footage, it'll save, I mean, it could make your shot. You see where that gets you.